Hello, I'm Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm here for Love, Peace, and Happiness for our Divine Download being recorded August 4th, 2020. Just going to send my personal notifications out quickly, and then we'll begin. If you would like to be added to my personal notification system, the information about that and everything else about this channel is below this video in the description box. Okay? So now that that's done, I want to thank you all for joining me. If it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. If you're returning, welcome back. And every day I go live to offer a video for the purpose of empowering humanity. I've been through a whole life of my own, and with what I've gained, I love to share a good thing. So here we are doing that. And every day I'm going to offer gratitude for your being and for your being here and my being here and the choices that we're making to increase the vibrations of love, peace, and happiness here on earth. Because the better we're doing, the better we're all doing. So with all that being said and done, thank you for all your donations as well. And for anyone today who offers $5 US or more donation, I'll be pulling a personal card for you from the Money and the Law of Attraction deck from Esther and Jerry Hicks, based on the teachings of Abraham. So with all that, let's go ahead and get into our messages today. Thank you, love source God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, for these divine truths channeled through me for the overall empowerment and love, peace, health, wealth, and happiness of my beloved brothers and sisters of humanity. Praise. And after these messages, we'll be right back. All right, so we talked a lot yesterday about our power and how it's bringing things to manifestation. Let's see what are the words of clarity for us today. For love, what is the word of clarity we have? Openly. Openly. The smile on the Y is standing out to me strongly because in the energy that we're existing on earth, they're trying to get us to cover up our smile. So smile openly. All right. And I'm hearing if you're not in a place where, like, you have to put on a mask to buy groceries or something like that, you don't need to hide your smile. Your smile is more important now than it's ever been. So love openly. For those of you who are in love and you've been hiding your love, for those of you who have been putting your love in a box because others are intimidated by it, now's the time to bring it out into the open. For peace, what is the word of clarity for us for peace today, listeners? God, thank you. Addition. Adding to the peace, adding more elements, habits, and ideas that allow for a deeper sense of peace. Let's see and we are the peace that is being added in for happiness. For happiness, we have connect. The opportunity to connect with others, with the higher self, with the love, openly love, addition of peace, connecting happiness. It's all coming together. The bottom of the deck is Epiphany. An epiphany is simply a divine download where Lustrous God has spoken to us to give us direct downloads of information, of awareness, consciousness to help us in whatever situation we're in. Okay. So I feel that a lot of us are in this place of being more authentic in the way we're presenting ourselves in love and peace and happiness. And this is allowing us to connect with our authentic self, but also with others in our environment. So unexpected connections coming through, opportunities to add peace to a situation. The flashcard that comes out today is the swings. The pendulum must swing both ways. Things were going one way for so long, and it must swing the other way. And I think about how I feel when I sit on the swings. I like to sit on the swings. And I'm hearing you're the one that can move yourself back and forth on those swings, but you got to learn how to do it. You got to learn how to do it. So there's the energy in this, because little kids, they don't know how to kick their feet out and swing them back yet. They've got to be taught, right? And so there's the energy of this, of learning to really move ourselves back and forth through these energies and maintain the energy of peace as we do it, so that we can stay in our own happiness. The bottom of the deck of the flashcards today, we have the pink octagon, rose quartz energy, inner child energy, the energy of play and youthfulness, with that octagon being 8 corners and 8 sides. There's a lot of power and momentum. So I feel like we are Butterfly Nation, masters of transformation, and we are getting a lot of power and momentum to how we swing through these energies, how we move through the energies that are coming up. We are very openly being ourselves, the agents and the anchors of this love, peace, and happiness energy for our brothers and sisters of humanity right now. We bring peace to the table. As a matter of fact, I notice sometimes when I'm out in the market wearing a mask, so uncomfortable, that I can sense my empathic senses kick up, and I can feel the nerves of the ones around me. And I consciously make the choice to transmute them and to offer calm and peace as I bring those energies in and I transmute them and send them out as love and peace and happiness. I feel a weightlessness, a lightness. And I notice it all the time when I go into the stores. I started noticing it quite a while back, and I mentioned it on the show when I did. I was driving down the street, and all of a sudden I felt like inside. It felt really ugly. And I stopped and asked if it was mine, and right away I heard no. And then God showed me, I received the epiphany that showed me that it was because I was so connected to humanity. And a lot of it is because I deliberately choose to do this show. Just the very decision to do this show connects me with humanity. And being in that truth, have the opportunity to transmute these energies. And so a lot of you, to whatever capacity you've chosen to offer your gifts, your talents, and your abilities to humanity, you've chosen to connect, and you have this ability to transmute energies. So again, it's coming out very powerfully that we need to remember that when we get that feeling, I'm just, all of a sudden I'm angry, I'm irritated, I'm frustrated, and we twist our face up like that and we look crazy, right? We need to remember to stop and ask ourselves, is this mine? Because most of the time, and now I'm getting the number 99% of the time, it's not going to be yours. And if it's not the immediate people in your environment, sometimes it's from your ancestors even. Depends on what phase of the awakening and the purification you're in, because this is a time of purification for sure. Okay. And the genetic upgrades can bring up for release a lot of the dross, which is, look up the word dross, okay? The dross. The dross is what's sitting at the bottom. Let's look up the word dross. Dross, something regarded as worthless, rubbish. Foreign matter, dregs, or mineral waste, in particular scum formed on the surface of molten metal. So the dross, the waste, the foreign matters, stuff that is not yours, the mineral waste, the energetic waste in this case, that is not ours. It's foreign matter. It does not belong to us, but somehow it's sitting within our genetics, it's sitting within our energy, and we have the ability to transmute these energies and give them back to source for whatever source knows how to do better with it than we do. But that is our highest opportunity in these cases where we're feeling this energy, is to consciously decide to transmute it and return it to sender with love. Okay. So let's look at what is a major arcana energy for today that we are being faced with the opportunity to embrace or not. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and the bottom of the deck is the Justice card. So the Justice card is where we come from. Things being set right. The Wheel of Fortune is the card that comes before the Justice card. So I feel like some of us are looking back. I feel the energy of review at some of the things that we closed down. But the Wheel of Fortune is a positive shift, a fortunate change of circumstance. Huge changes that are fortunate for us. So I feel, given the conversation that we've had so far, that there's an energy of us looking back at the changes that we've made and seeing how they've benefited us. Looking back at the changes and seeing how that was very fortunate changes that we made. Even looking back at some of the things that seemed out of our control. Things that ended. Somebody was fired. Somebody was dumped. Somebody was kicked out. Somebody whose lease was not renewed. And now, from the place that you sit, there's the energy of looking back and seeing the justice in it. That was working out for me. Even then, I didn't even know. But look at it now. I can see how it was the most fortunate change for me, though. Praise. So the Wheel of Fortune is here for us today. The ending of old karmic cycles, the decision to let go and move on. Now, some of you say, I let go of that whole relationship. But somebody else says, I haven't let go of the relationship. I've only let go of the dynamics of it. And then there are those who were acting unjustly. And these karmic changes are bringing them to have to deal with the repercussions of what they did. Okay. So that is the overall energy. Let's go ahead and get into the experience for today. And then we'll go into your personal mini readings based off of the donations that we've received today. Okay. So one more time, for those of you who are, first of all, thank you for every donation, as every dollar is put to good use, and we are worthy and deserving of that. But for those who choose to send $5 or more in donation today, just to show my gratitude and appreciation, today I'll be offering you a card from the Money and the Law of Attractions deck by Esther and Jerry Hicks, based on the teachings of Abraham. And if you have been following this channel for any period of time, you know that I highly I have a lot of appreciation for Abraham, as that was, as source, the source, God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, has personally taught me through the energy of epiphany, where I have openly moved towards love, regardless of what that looked like, trusting that every addition in my life and everything in my life, even if I didn't feel the peace in it, was an addition in my life. It was something that I needed. I've been able to connect the dots of every circumstance to eke out the blessing, the happiness in all of it. And so as I became solidified in my beliefs, in my awareness that was brand new from the way I was trained and programmed as a child, I later began to begin receiving confirmation of what I had downloaded. And God will use this to give me confidence in knowing that I can believe what I receive, and that I can speak out confidently and leave out the doubt. And the main source of confirmation that I had since the beginning was through Abraham, the teachings of Abraham, okay? So I really appreciate those. All right, now, for today's experience, Lustrous God, somebodies, many bodies are going through something today, and you want me to speak about it so that they may have some enlightenment on this, okay? Some of you watching this video will say, oh my God, everything she said through the whole show was all about my life. It's a love point. It's like she's talking just to me, you guys. Somebody else will be like, well, everything in this show wasn't all about me, but there was that one thing she said, it would just hit the nail on the head. It was exactly what I needed to hear. So I was told to pull off the top of the deck today, now that the first two cards have flown out. So we're going to start with the bottom of the deck and show the foundation. The foundation is the Three of Wands. This says you're utilizing your law of attraction. This says that you've done all the physical steps that you have to do. Now it's about the waiting period of allowing your ships to come in for you. It's about knowing that your ships are coming in. And below that, we have the Devil in reverse, because you broke the chains to low vibrational thinking patterns, habits, toxic connections, toxic belief patterns, self-sabotaging habits, right? Why did you do that? Because you went through a rebirth with the Judgment card. You were reborn. You heard the call of spirit. You began to realize that as you speak it out, it comes about. See, because the whole universe is conspiring to bring to life whatever you're speaking about. You realize that where your attention goes, energy flows, and this is what must be. And so what did you do? You quit being so attacking. You put more thought into the words you were speaking and the thoughts you were thinking, yes. And rather than going into the place of unhappiness, of complacency, you began to accept everything as an opportunity, and then you meditated on it so you could rest and recuperate and eke out the blessing. So this is talking about the process. Ooh, you got to take this next one, because the last card we're going to dig off the bottom is the Magician. You began to find your power in all of these experiences, and that brought you to this place of powerful creation. So flipping this deck back over so I can pull off the top, the first two cards that came out is the situation. We have the Star card, Major Arcana, with the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the Star card with the Five of Swords in reverse. Star card is about healing. It's about unexpected blessings that the universe delivers to you. And the Five of Swords upright is about contentions, disagreements, the back and forth. It's about the energy of doubt. It's about arguments. It's about self-sabotage. It's about needing to get others to agree and see your point of view. But see, there's a healing that's gone on with this, and that energy is in reverse. So no longer do we care if they walk away or if they stay. We're not going to battle with them today. We're not going to argue. Part of your healing is deciding not to argue anymore. If you're in that, put a zip lip emoji on there. You're like, I'm not arguing with you. Throw up that zip lip emoji if you're in that energy of, I'm not going to argue with somebody no more. And I've been doing that, Melinda. I've been in the place where I just zip my lip and let them go ahead and think, and so they can hear their words, because I realized that it was their words coming out their mouth so their ears could hear what they had to say, and so that they could hear the words that was coming out of their heart so they could process it consciously. Yeah, being zip lip. I see lots of zip lips coming up in my comments. That's a very powerful place, you know. Give me some more on this situation. The Empress. Look at this. Empress. It's saying this situation is yielding fruit because of it. Because you're choosing not to argue, choosing not to fight. Hey, agree to disagree with that Five of Swords energy. Agree to disagree, but while they're busy disagreeing, you're in the energy of, I will sit in my truth, I will zip my lip, and I will be the mirror off of which they reflect their own healing. Because, honey, I have healed the need to prove, to win, to argue, to contend with ones, understanding that they're where they're at and I'm where I'm at. This is yielding fruit. So let's look at you on this side in this circumstance and situation. You, 8 of Wands. You got a lot of thoughts, though. You're busy. You're a very busy person. You got a lot going on. And it's like everything you've invested your energy in is coming home with its fruit. Your ships are coming in. Let's see what else about my viewer. The Temperance is in reverse. You've done a lot of work in self-regulation. You've learned the art of alchemy. You've learned to speak with spirit. You've learned to communicate spiritually with others. And so a lot of this communication you've been doing has been spiritually. But how did you learn that? You figured that out because at some point in time, you were really upset. Like, oh my God, you learned to shut your mouth and zip your lip because you are tired of being so upset. You realize that the more you engage, the more you battle, the more you try to prove your point, the more you became agitated, the more you got upset. And you're like, I'm so much more peaceful when I just don't. When I just let them be who they are, and I just don't. Show me some more about my viewer. Justice in reverse. Oh yeah, you were feeling like things were just imbalanced. It was unfair. And you realized that by continuing to go into the problem, all you were going to see was more problem. But see, all this stuff was happening to teach you to temper your emotions and how to let go. Because see, part of the reason you used to argue so much was because you had to prove your point. You had to show that you were right and they were wrong. But the truth is there is no right or wrong. Everything is perspective. From your perspective, you're at a place where you're able to see the overview. You're able to zoom out and see the huge cosmic, galactic, humanitarian picture, not only just your own circumstances. The other person is very zoomed in. They can only see from their position. They're not able to zoom out and see how they are linked to all things and the whole picture. And they can't see how the past influences it. And they couldn't see how, their genetics influenced it. You began to see how your whole society programmed this belief that it have to be this way, that it has to work out this way. This is how our relationship has to be. You have to agree with me. But you began to realize, like, hold on, they don't have to agree with me. Their truth is not necessarily my truth. We all have our own idea of what truth is. And I'm not trying to treat this kindergartner like they could understand the calculus that I'm speaking in a spiritual sense. Because you talking calculus, they still learning their numbers. They're not going to get it. And you finally began to realize that. Some more about my viewer. The 5 of Pentacles. A lot of this stuff that came up in you helped you to realize your own issues with abandonment, and codependency. You, in all of this stuff where you finally learned to shut up, you were doing this because, hey, if you don't agree with me now, I feel left out. You've got to be on my team. I don't need to do this by myself. You should be on my team. You should agree with me. You began to realize your own self-defeating toxic behaviors in this, trying to convince somebody that it was your way was the right way and you got to do things my way and you need to be with me and you need to be on my team. But honey, again, calculus to a kindergartner, they're not. And so in this energy, you began to realize, like, oh my God, I need to refocus. This card is also about refocusing on your spirituality instead of the physical aspects. You said, oh man, I had to let go of trying to look at what's going on in my physical world, and I need to focus on what's going on with my soul. Because what's going on with my soul to make me feel like I need this person to be on my team? Man, I am a whole team on my own. I am the team. Like they have their own team too, but this is my team, and I need to be worried about my team and what we do. And here I am, I'm lowering my vibration in order to match a situation with one who does not match me. I think I'm going to stop feeding this situation my energy and focus upon my own spirituality. I see that that's what's going on for you. Let's look at this other party a little bit. We've dug into you and your psyche. You have to face your stuff. Let's see what's going on with your other person. The Chariot in reverse. Ooh. Chariot in reverse is somebody who is not feeling like, they're feeling like everything they do falls apart. Everything they do crashes. This person can be very reckless. They make decisions on the fly, and then they end up hitting a brick wall. This person was afraid to move forward. The person that you're dealing with could be somebody who is so comfortable in their misery that getting into a place of peace was the scariest thing that they could possibly feel, because it did not feel real. And if I have something good, now I can lose something because everything I do crashes. Show me more about the other party. The Page of Pentacles. Yeah, now I get offered something that could really grow, and I'm scared. I don't know how to move it forward. This is a real opportunity. And I feel like this was you. You were trying to offer them a truth. You were like, here, look, I got some gold. I got something valuable. You look at this shiny pinnacle I got right here. Let me share it with you. And they were like, I don't believe it. Too good to be true. Spider-Man syndrome, found up there in the corner, clinging to the wall. Like, this is what I always wanted. Oh, God, I don't want to do it. I'm scared. You brought up somebody's fear that if they got something of value, it would be taken away. Let's see more about this person. The Queen of Wands. This person has some anger issues. This person would respond angrily because of the fear that was triggered, because they aren't used to finding success. They aren't used to being able to hold on to things that they value. Although this person was very passionate, they also were very immature. Some of you were dealing with a person who felt financially insecure. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. This person could have been a lot more sexual than invested in the long term. Let's see some more about this person. Two of Cups in reverse. I've got this love here, but I don't want to face it. In denial of the love that they felt. Again, because they're used to finding a crash anytime they let something begin. Don't want to tell you how much I love you. In denial, I love you, but I ain't finna tell you. I'm not finna tell you that I love you. I'm gonna pretend like this connection don't exist. I'm gonna act like this ain't really happening. It's just sex. No, boo. You knew it was love too. You know it was love too, but you're scary. You're scary. You're scary because everything you had did ended up in a crash for you before. And so when you were trying to connect with this person and you did everything you could on your side to connect with this person because you believed that this was a destined opportunity for you two to meet, that there was a lot of love and that this relationship could bring in a great harvest for you, that knowing that this is a type of energy that was flowing between the two of you that could have totally allowed you both to live in great prosperity. At the end of the day, this person was a runner and you had to let them go. Well, if this is something that got let go of, why is it coming up today? Because the love over there was real. It was real. And now, once you lose something, you know what you lost. So let's look at moving forward. What are the predictions over this situation? We ended with the Empress as the current situation, an awakening of the heart chakra, awakening of the love. I feel like this person is looking your way saying, I did love them. Why was I so scared to love? Oh my God. I wish I wasn't so afraid to love. So let's look at what is unfolding in this situation. In other words, a prediction, right? What's unfolding in this situation? The Six of Wands in reverse. Somebody's ego is going to be in the way. Maybe yours. Maybe your ego is in the way, saying, "I'm better than that. I don't need none of that." Well, what is another unfolding in the situation? King of Pentacles is coming out in reverse. Somebody's ego is in the way. Somebody is saying they got too much more than me. I cannot compete. Somebody is saying I cannot compete. They have everything. What do they want me for? What do they want me for if they have everything? That's how somebody's feeling. What can we expect from the other person? What is unfolding behavior-wise in actions from the other person? The Page of Swords is in reverse. They want to talk, but they're not going to follow through. What they might do is check your social media and spy on you, or ask some friends. If you have any mutual connections, they may be asking some friends about you. But they're not going to communicate directly to you. And I feel like they will do everything they can to avoid seeing you. If they see you walking down the street, they're going to duck away because they don't want to have to confront you. What can we expect from this person? What's unfolding towards you emotionally? The Tower. This thing is going to stay on their head. It's going to stay on their head, and it's going to continue to work on their frontal lobe until they let go of this idea, because it's crumbling the beliefs that they have. So eventually it's like emotionally, this person's heart is going to get broke down. Somebody needed to get their heart broke, and it was behind you, because you said, I deserve better than this. I deserve better than this. There's no way I'm settling for this. So somebody's heart fit to get broke wide open, and they not going to like it. Ooh-wee. Let's look at the predictions from you in this situation. What behaviors towards this situation can we expect to unfold from my viewer? The Four of Pentacles. You will hold back, pulling back your energy, taking care of number one, protecting your heart, knowing that this is not a safe place to offer your love. This is not a safe place to offer your love, because this person is not willing to, but they deal with you unjustly. You've suffered an injustice at their hands. You were not treated appropriately or fairly. What can we expect unfolding in my viewer in regards to their emotional responses to this situation? We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So the Knight of Wands creates change and moves fast, right? The Knight of Wands in reverse is saying, oh, I ain't changing, and I ain't going nowhere. You can come my way, but I ain't going nowhere, and I'm not meeting you nowhere. And unless you've changed, just stay home, because I don't want to have to do this to you again. I see another story. So that I feel is a very romantic experience somebody's dealing with. Now, I see another story, and this is about somebody mama again. I don't know who this mama is. I know who for somebody. Mama situation. This is a family situation. There is a family here that is undergoing some healing that everybody ain't ready for. Some folks is fighting it, and it's is dealing with your mama. An egotistical mama. A mama who is very financially greedy, hungry, needy, and driven by money. Okay? On your side, something was done that was unjust. The angels and the ancestors are aware. Spirit is on the case. Okay? And you have communicated, you know what, I'm through, I've been through, and I'm pulling back my energy. No longer feeling left out by this person, no longer worried about being without this person. It's like, if you were the mother or it was your mother, you're not worried about being without them anymore. No longer are you trying to rush in and please them and make good and make them proud of you and all that. So you ain't doing all that no more. You ain't focused on that no more, because on her side over here, on mama's side, yeah, she's headed for a crash. She ain't doing so well because she is very meddlesome, and she has done something sneakily. And here it is. Here it is again. This mother was very controlling since you were a child, saying, you are mine, you do what I say. But hold on. Ego strike, that shit don't work no more today. And all the meddlesome in every connection that you have, I will destroy every connection you have, because you're under my control. Always being the third wheel. This mother has always been the third wheel. If you got a good thing going, she's going to try to meddle. If she know how to do some dark art, she'll try to meddle through that. If it's not that she knows how to do dark arts, it's her very wishes and intentions towards the connection. She tries to drive them apart. Okay. But see, the energy in her life is upside down Chariot, reverse Chariot. She headed for a crash, boo. She's also headed for a tower moment where all her ideas and her beliefs about how great she is and how powerful she is are being knocked down. Why? Because you taking your power back. You're not dealing with this injustice no more. You are taking your power back. You're safeguarding your heart. No longer will you be at her beck and call. You're not allowing yourself to be controlled anymore. And she's looking at you in disbelief right now. She's looking at you in disbelief. She's like, I cannot believe that this child of mine has done what they've done. Don't they know that they're supposed to take care of me? Don't they know that I'm their mother? I'm their mother. Oh, God, that face I just made reminds me of this aunt I have. Oh, my goodness. So, and why is all this happening? Because there is a healing that has to happen. There are blessings being bestowed. We're dealing with a woman who is very greedy, very egotistical, very meddlesome. And she has a hard time, I'm hearing, letting go of grudges. She's been carrying grudges long past. Spirit said, let that shit go. And it's affecting the energy from her soul. So like I said, whether she working dark energy intentionally or not, she carrying the shit. Okay. So these are our general messages today. Let me go ahead and see what the pick a card is going to look like today, and what the donations look like today, so we can see how we're going to play interactively with everyone moving forward from this moment. So let me check my phone. I want to thank you all. I'm going to do some shout outs in a second too. If you are rolling with pick a card number 1, you're rolling with Kat today. Kat, I want to thank you for your donation of $5 today. And let's see what else we have. Christina, welcome. Tina, Kat, Ricky, Michael. Yay. Welcome everybody to the show. I see also Jasmine, welcome. All right, so with all that being said and done, it looks like we have one option for the pick a card today, and that's fine with me. So everybody, if you want to receive, this is a message that's being given for Kat in particular. But let's see, what is the message today? Listener Sky, what is a perfect message for Kat at this time? You know what's on her heart and mind. You know exactly what she needs to hear. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lesser Scott. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Oh, cat. All right, you got card number 31. Card number 31 is immediately telling me that it is the power of creativity is in your hands. That it's giving me a very, I'm seeing from your mind to the universe, this direct connection. It's like, visualize it, see it, feel it, be it, because it's a creative power that you have. Now, it says, I can have money and freedom too. Look at the image. What does the image speak to you? I feel like the way that thumbs are connected there, that you feel restricted. There's a feeling of restriction, which is why I can have money and freedom too. So let's see what the message is from the back of the deck for you. It says, a feeling of being overwhelmed is your indicator that you are denying yourself access to all manner of cooperation that could assist you if you were not disallowing it. As you begin to feel freer regarding the expenditure of time and money, doors will open, people will come to assist you, refreshing and productive ideas will occur to you, and circumstances and events will unfold. As you change the way you feel, you access the energy that creates worlds. It is there for your ready access at all times. So we want to begin to move into an energy of feeling freer. And literally what I'm hearing for you is, I'm hearing you spend a lot of time listening to different things on your computer or your phone. And they're saying, why don't you look up some Abraham Hicks videos here on YouTube and spend some time listening to those, because they're going to help you address a lot of issues directly affecting you. And it's like, you're going to be attracted to the perfect title, because there's and they're saying particularly where you feel restricted. There are certain areas of life where you feel restricted. And so Abraham Hicks has the perfect videos out for you on that. And we can tell you over and over again that you can have and do and be anything that you want, that you truly are free, and that you're amazing and you are divine energy. But there's more nuances to the information that needs to come out for you to hear, to help you to embrace these truths. And it's not that you're not doing the work. It's that just adding a little bit more to it. Why stop? You got a great momentum going. Keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. Okay, so everyone, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. I'm so thankful and grateful to have you all viewing today. And send in questions, send in comments. I'm also recommending anybody who wants information dealing with addictions. I did an interview a couple of days ago. It's in my interviews playlist. Check that out. Also, your August zodiac readings, there are 2 up for each zodiac sign at this time. So check those out. And until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at lphtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time, latest.